Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on the time this video is reaching you out. I am so excited and I'm welcoming you to another episode of my channel. I am so impressed by you by having some of your comments, your questions, and I believe that you are having a positive impact and having some health awareness that will help you. Today, as any other day, I am going to be talking about one of the interesting topics that I have for you, which I promised some days ago. And this topic is anembryonic gestation, a problem that has to do with a miscarriage that affects the woman. And many women were even accused of having this problem or be the major cause or be the source of this problem. Perhaps having some physical activities that or taking some substances that they will be accused of being or holding responsible for that miscarriage. And that is why today I want to bring this good news and this information to bring to the notice of all of us, both the present couples and the couples to be, that this problem actually occurs, and none of them might be held responsible of being the cause of this problem. All right. So I know many of you will be asking me of this question, that what is this an embryonic gestation? All right. So this an embryonic gestation, it refers to a type of early pregnancy loss where a fertilized egg implants in the uterus but doesn't develop into an embryo. A fertilized egg implants in the uterus, but the problem there is it doesn't develop in the embryo, which will result to this problem. Okay, but now a gestational sac is formed. That is instead, a gestational sac is formed, but it is often empty or contain only a very small or a non-viable embryo. Remember, if a fertilized egg is being implanted in the uterus, but it does not develop in the embryo, it will result to this problem of miscarriage, which we call it an embryonic gestation problem. Right? So now it is necessary, it is necessary for that embryo, for that egg to develop in the embryo. If not, it will result to this problem. And this condition is usually due to chromosomal abnormalities. That is the common cause of this problem, a chromosomal abnormalities. All right. So now it is the common cause, as I said earlier, that often resulting from errors during fertilization. When there are some errors during fertilization, it will also result to this problem. Okay, it will result to this problem. And as well, genetic factors. Genetic factors also play a, a you know a vital role in having these issues of an embryonic gestation, because these genetic factors like that is inherited genetic mutation or abnormalities that can also contribute in this problem, and imbalances or deficiencies, imbalances of some hormones. All right, imbalances of some hormones can, or deficiencies of a certain hormones can also result to this an embryonic gestation, that a woman, before you know, she'll be having she'll conceive, a gestational sac will be formed, and subsequently some months later, she'll be having issues of bleeding, having some yeast like infection and other, symptoms that is just a sign of, before you know, that pregnancy will be aborted. Okay, having some bleeding. So it is a sign of this problem, which a lab test, on an X-ray test need to be undergo in order to verify or to know the major cause of this problem. And now, after these genetic factors that can contribute and imbalances or deficiencies of this hormone, you see, there are some hormones. Those hormones are very, very necessary, very, very necessary for embryonic development. Without them, there is going to be a big issue. There's going to be a big issue. And structural issue with the uterus can affect implantation, can affect this implantation or development. That is a uterine abnormalities. Uterine abnormalities can also affect and can result to this anembryonic gestation. Okay, so just feel free. These issues are rampant and it happens on daily basis that some of you don't know. So it is a great opportunity in case you have been having these challenges or having these issues. You can just put it at the comment section. Any complaint, any question that you have, feel free. You can ask me. And by the special grace of God, I'll get back to you and I'll answer you.